Здравейте, аз съм Рада и съм от България и говоря испански, английски, малко руски и в момента изучавам български и британски жестомимичен език. И честит ден на европейските езици!
Hola, me llamo Abi y estoy estudiando español, obviamente inglés y política. Y pienso que he hablado la lengua desde hace 5 años, junto a otros 2 idiomas.
Hallo, ich bin Emily, ich lerne Deutsch und Spanisch. Ich habe in 3 Ländern gelebt und Sprachen waren sehr nützlich.
As you can tell, all three of us are language students. I spoke in Bulgarian, which is my native language. Abi said a few words in Spanish, and Emily said a few words in German. And we are here to tell you about the European Day of Languages, which is this upcoming Saturday, the 26th of September.
So why is European Day of Languages so important?
This day has been around for almost 20 years to celebrate the 225 different languages and connected cultures, as well as encouraging people to learn a language other than their own.
So the overall objectives of the European Day of Languages are to raise awareness of Europe's rich linguistic diversity. And did you know that there are 24 official languages spoken across Europe? However, there are more than 200 languages in total spoken on the continent, but only 24 are official. And this is a great and interesting thing because you need to know that speaking a language is not something that only gifted people do. It is something that everybody is doable, so everybody can do it, and I really encourage you to try it out. Right. So, and another reason is to prevent monolingualism. You might be surprised by this, but more than half of Europeans are bilingual, which means that they speak more than one language. And again, the very same reason, it is very doable and you should definitely give it a go.
I think one of the best reasons to learn a language is probably when you go on holiday, which is not really what teachers want me to tell you, but basically if you speak a native language and you go on holiday somewhere, you're more likely to get cheaper food, cheaper drink, and experience the culture in a more like first-hand way, so you're not like a tourist as much.
And bilingualism brings with it many benefits. It makes the learning of additional languages easier, enhances the thinking processes, and foster contacts with people from other countries and cultures. And for me personally, speaking language is something that has enabled me to come study abroad, which has been a dream of mine for more than 2 years prior for my arrival to Shiplake. And it was a dream of mine, so definitely speaking languages is a huge, huge plus.
Personally, I love being able to speak another language, as it's just a skill that sets you apart from the majority, especially when out in the world looking for jobs or tasks such as that. Plus, not only does studying a second language improve your listening skills and memory, but it also helps to enhance your vocab in your first language.
Another great reason to learn a language is for university applications, which is quite applicable to especially the sixth form. When a university looks at your UCAS and things, and they see you speak another language, it's a really big thing, and it really sets you apart from the other candidates. And it also can perhaps lead to your required grades being lowered to get into the unis that you want to.
And now here are some interesting facts about languages that you might not know yet. The language with the biggest vocabulary is our very own English language, with over 250,000 words. And the smallest language is called Taki-Taki, which consists of only 340 words. It is an English-based Creole spoken by 120,000 in South America.
Most European languages belong to one of 3 major groups, which is Germanic, Romance, and Slavic. And the Germanic family of languages include Danish, Norwegian, Swedish, Icelandic, German, Dutch, English, Yiddish, and some others.
The Romance languages include Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Romanian, to mention a few.
And the Slavic languages include Russian, Ukrainian, Belarusian, Polish, Czech, Slovak, Slovenian, Serbian, Croatian, and Bulgarian, which is my language.
Most European languages use the Latin alphabet. Some Slavic languages use the Cyrillic alphabet. Greek, Armenian, Georgian, and Yiddish have their own alphabet as well. And as a fun fact, the Cambodian alphabet is the longest alphabet out of everything, with 74 letters.
Right, so before we finish off, there is a group of languages that we often forget about, and that is the group of sign languages. And it happens to be that this week is also the International Week of the Deaf. So me, Abby, and Emily wanted to share 3 of the most common used signs in British Sign Language. So Abby is going to show you how to say hello and goodbye.
Okay, so it's quite simple and pretty much resembles what we would do in English. But to say hello and goodbye, you go like that. But you must mouth the word because it's the same action with 2 different meanings. So if you're saying hello, you go hello. And if you're saying goodbye, you go goodbye.
And the other one is please or thank you, which is just like this. And so you'd say please or thank you.
Yeah. It's really important to articulate what you're saying because, as you saw, the signs are the same. So you need to say like please, so the person would understand what you're talking about. And what I'm going to show you is how to say my name is, and I'm going to spell my name. So my name is, and then I would spell Rada. Right. And one of the most frequently asked questions in terms of sign languages is there a universal sign language? And the answer is no, there isn't. If you think about it, say, for example, Bulgarian and English, they're 2 different languages, and so their sign language alternatives would be different as well. However, say, for example, Belgium. In Belgium, there are 2 sign languages spoken, the Belgian Sign Language and the Flemish Sign Language. And the same thing for Spain. There is the Spain Sign Language, the Spanish Sign Language, and the Catalan Sign Language. And for example, countries that have the same spoken language, say for example, Ireland and the UK, they do have different sign languages as well. And this is because of different historical developments.
That's just a small sample of the world of languages, and we hope you make time to check out the European Day of Languages site to learn more, play interesting language-related games, and expand your knowledge on the topic.
We really, really hope you enjoyed today's Thought for the Day and you now feel inspired to try a new language. And remember, speaking the language of kindness and empathy is just as important as speaking a foreign language.
So finish off with a quote, which is, 1 language sets you in a corridor for life. 2 languages open every door along the way. That was by Frank Smith.
Adios! Do wish the name.
Tschüss!